Alright everyone, welcome back to our little reminder tutorial on how to remove backgrounds in PowerPoint out of photographs. And so you'll need to start with a new PowerPoint if you haven't already gotten one open. Remember, when you open a PowerPoint, it's going to automatically open up to a title slide. Here is how you change that. Remember that on the Home tab, you're going to go up to where it says New Slide, and right beside that it says Layout. Change your layout to a blank layout. And I'm just going to do the real quick refresher that I did the other day in class. So I'm also going to add one more new slide. I'm going to go back to slide 1, and I'm going to insert a picture. And so you could pretend this would be one of the pictures that you have either taken of your prop or you had your partner take of yourself, but I'm going to use the sample pictures that we used the other day. So I'm going to go to Insert tab, and I'm going to choose Picture. When my picture files come up, I'm going to go find my sample pictures. There we go. I'm going to pull in the desert on slide 1. Slide 2, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to Insert again. I'm going to go to Picture, and I'm going to grab my penguins. Alright, so on my penguin slide, make sure that your penguins are selected. You know they're selected because they have the little handles or the dots around the outside edge. Also, if you have it double clicked or selected, you'll notice at the top of your screen the pink Picture Tools format menu is open. Since that is open, we're going to come all the way over to the left hand side where it says Remove Background, and we're going to click on that. And remember, PowerPoint is going to try to guess at what it believes the background to be. On our penguins, it did a pretty good job, but not real great. So we are going to expand that box a little bit to get the penguins' feet. We're going to bring the top of the box up a little bit in order to get their heads. And now I'm going to start working on the picture. It looks like PowerPoint has tried to take out some of this penguin's neck, part of his wing here, and then it left behind some sand that we need to clean up and get rid of. So to do those things, our new menu up here, when we remove background, it gives us a few options. We're going to start with marking areas to keep. I want to keep the back of this penguin's neck, so once I choose Mark Areas to Keep, it gives me a little pencil. I'm going to draw a little straight line across the area that I want to keep. That's easier than just punching or clicking on your mouse and punching a little bunch of those little keep circles. This actually does a quicker job. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab his little shoulder. I'm going to grab the top of his beak. And I'm going to grab the underside of his wing. Alright, so I want to keep those things. But now I need to get rid of some of that sand. So I'm going to come down here and drag my tool across some of that sand. You may have to do it a couple times to get rid of the areas that you really want. Remember, you can also zoom in PowerPoint. Right now, my slide is only zoomed in at 69%. So I can go down here in the lower right hand corner and I can zoom in closer so that I can work on the detail a little bit closer. For this video, I am just going to call this good right here. If this was actually your project, you'd probably want to zoom in and work on the feet a little bit more because I didn't do a very good job down there. So at this point, I'm going to tell it to keep changes. And I can see what I got done. If there is something that you don't like, just to go back to that editing menu, you go back and hit Remove Background again. If you need to get rid of one of the marks that you made, you click on Delete Mark and you can come in and select the mark that you want to undo or get rid of, because you really don't have an undo button that works very well in this background removal mode. So you want to use Delete Mark. So anyway, I'm going to tell it to keep changes again. So I'm going to be happy with this now for the moment. Making sure that my penguins are still selected, so I'm going to double click on them and make sure that they are selected. I am going to copy them, so I'm going to do a shortcut of Control-C. And then I'm going to click up here on my desert picture, make sure I click onto it, And I'm going to paste my penguins into the desert by using a Control V. They're a little large for my desert, so I am going to work on making them smaller. And I'm going to grab those guys and I'm going to put them right up here on top of that plateau. And so now you've seen how we can remove a background and how we can copy and paste them onto another picture. Remember, one other thing that I showed you was the selection pane, which is right here. That selection pane talks to you about the layering of photos. Right now in this particular slide we only have 2 pictures. Picture 3, which is selected right now, you can see that the desert is selected, and that would be considered picture 3. Picture 4, if I click on it, that is your penguins. If I keep picture 4 selected and I come down here to reorder and I bring picture 4 down in the order by 1 step, you'll notice that the penguins disappear because they go behind the layer of the desert. I can bring them right back up by using that up arrow. So layering, when you're doing this kind of a project, becomes very important, especially the more pictures that you get involved in your project. So that is how you are going to put things together and remove backgrounds. I'll explain a little bit more later on how to print, save as a JPEG, and upload to my website. Good luck!